Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, students. So we were just reading the chapter number 14, that is the friction. So I have told you what a friction is. It is basically an opposing force that comes into action whenever two surfaces that are in contact with each other, they either try to move relative to one another. So that force that opposes their motion, that force is the frictional force. Okay, so now there is this activity to understand the meaning of the static friction or the limiting or the dynamic friction. So the material that we need here is a wooden block provided with a hook, a block that should have a hook with it, and a sensitive spring balance. Okay, so the method that is place a wooden block on a smooth table. Okay, to its hook, the hook that is attached a spring balance, and gently pull it outward right side. You will notice that gentle pull does not move the wooden block. So what we have to do, we have to place a block on a table and we have to attach a spring to its hook. Then what we are supposed to do, we are just going to give a gentle pull. Then we will see that by doing just a slight pull, the block that will not move. Okay, now however the spring balance records the force applied on the wooden block. So now this force registered by the spring balance is equal and opposite to the force of friction. Okay, so the force that we were trying to force on that is equal and opposite to the force of friction, the force that is stopping it. Okay, so that is equal to that. Now when we increase the force a little more, we will see that still notice that the block is not moving properly. Okay, so from this observation, it is concluded that when the wooden block does not move, that it remains in the static position. Static means in the resting position. Then the force applied is equal and opposite to the force of friction offered. In this way, the force of friction in a static situation is self-adjusting. That is self-adjusting. So that force, frictional force, is known as a static force, and only as much is called into play as is necessary to prevent the motion. That means this force is that force that tries to stop the motion of the object. Okay, so that is why it's known as a static, because it is trying to just keep this thing into the static position only. So that is why it's known as a static friction. Now go on increasing the pull. Now we are just trying to increase that force till it starts sliding. Okay, so हमने क्या था, जब मैं force लगाई वो move नहीं हो रहा था. Okay, because जो हम force लगा रहे थे that was equal to that force of friction, जिससे क्या वो equal और opposite हो रहा था, that was getting cancelled out, क्योंकि उनकी force opposite direction में थी. अगर मेरे 10, अगर जैसे for example मैं force लगा रहा था 10 और वहाँ पे भी उनकी फोर्स थी -10, सो दैट वाज गेटिंग कैंसल्ड आउट. 0 आ रहा था, तो मतलब 0 का मतलब कोई फोर्स लगी नहीं रही थी फिर, क्योंकि वो कैंसिल हो रहा था, कोई फोर्स नहीं लगी. इस चीज को बोलेंगे स्टैटिक फोर्स, स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन. ओके, नाउ अब मैंने क्या किया, अब अगर वो 10 वो थी, अब मैं इसको ज्यादा लगाऊंगी, इधर मतलब 12, 15. ओके, देन आई विल ऑब्जर्व दैट थिंग विल स्टार्ट स्लाइडिंग, दैट विल स्टार्ट मूविंग. At this moment, the spring balance will register maximum applied force, which is equal and opposite to the force of friction. This maximum force that is required to make one body slide over the other. That means वो slide ही करेगी ना. अगर ऐसे कोई वो है तो उसके ऊपर slide कर रहा है वो. That means that is that will be the limiting friction, और इसको sliding friction भी बोलते हैं. Okay. इट इज फर्दर अभी लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन, अभी स्लाइडिंग फ्रिक्शन की बात नहीं, बस दैट इज द लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन, जिससे वो थोड़ा सा स्लाइड करना उसने शुरू किया, वो लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन आ गई. नाउ इट इज फर्दर नोटिस दैट इफ वी अप्लाई द पुल ऑन द इन सच अ वे दैट इट जेंटली स्लाइड्स ओवर देन द स्प्रिंग रिकॉर्ड लेसर फोर्स देन लिमिटिंग फोर्स. अब हम ये क्या अब देख रहे हैं, दैट इफ इट्स जेंटली स्लाइड्स ओवर द टॉप, then the spring balance record the lesser force obviously than the limiting force. This lesser force registered with the spring balance, which keeps the wooden block just sliding on the tabletop, that is known as sliding friction, और उसको हम dynamic friction भी बोलते हैं. Okay, so these are the basic definitions. Now when it is a static friction, it is the force of friction that comes into play which does not allow two bodies to slide upon each other. Okay, it is self-adjusting, that is only as much as is necessary to prevent the motion. Okay, हम उतनी ही आएगी जितनी हमें ज़रूरत है. Now the limiting friction, that is the maximum static force of friction that comes into play when one body just slides upon the other, that is just starting to slide. And then the dynamic friction is when the bodies, they are sliding upon each other with a uniform speed. The speed is not varying, that is a uniform speed. Okay, so that is the sliding or the dynamic friction. Now there is one more thing, the dynamic friction is always less than the limiting friction. That is why that is there, because I just said here, that is because we know that the friction is caused due to the interlocking. Okay, ये तुम्हें पता है friction क्यों होता है, क्योंकि जो भी irregularities होती हैं उसकी वजह से जितनी भी स्मूथ में सरफेस दिख रही है, देयर विल बी सम इरेगुलरिटीज प्रेजेंट देयर, ड्यू टू विच व्हेन टू बॉडीज कम इन कंटैक्ट, उनमें वो फ्रिक्शन आ जाती है. ओके, नाउ मोर फोर्स इज रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, इसमें इरेगुलरिटीज मीन्स जो फोर्स हमें उसको स्लाइड करने के लिए चाहिए वो हमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा चाहिए. ओके, सो टू कीप द इरेगुलर अनलॉक्ड, सो द जो इरेगुलरिटीज हम अनलॉक हो जाएं और चीज़ें जो है आपस में मूव होना शुरू हो जाएं. ठीक है, द लिमिटिंग फ्रिक्शन इज ऑलवेज मोर, क्योंकि वो हमें काफ़ी चाहिए, एंड डायनेमिक फ्रिक्शन इज लेस देन दैट. नाउ देयर इज अ ग्राफ बिटवीन द अप्लाइड फोर्स कर रहे हैं जो हम स्प्रिंग बैलेंस पे एंड द फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन. दिस रीजन यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं, दिस इन द वाई एक्सिस, वी ऑल नो दैट द ग्राफ विल हैव टू एक्सिस, द एक्स एक्सिस एंड द वाई एक्सिस. इन द वाई एक्सिस देयर इज फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन and in the x axis we have the applied force. Okay, so this, if you could see, there is just a rise here from A to B region. This region is showing the static friction. Okay, this is a static friction up to this B, that is self-adjusting. Now at B shows the magnitude of this limiting friction. Okay, this is a limiting friction. Then this DE, that this BC shows the magnitude of limiting friction, and then this is constant here, and this DE, that is the magnitude of dynamic friction. Okay, then we have some laws of this limiting friction. Okay, so limiting friction always opposes the motion of a body and acts in the direction opposite to the direction of applied force. That means this limiting friction, that is always opposes the motion and is always acts opposite to the direction of applied force. Then the limiting friction depends upon the nature of the surfaces, okay, that are in contact with each other. Limiting friction increases with the increase in the weight. If the weight is more, then the friction is also more. Okay, and the limiting friction is independent of the area of contact. No matter how much is the area of contact, the limiting friction will not depend on that, provided that the weight and nature of surface should not change, because the limiting friction is dependent on these two things. Unless and until the weight and the nature of the surface is same, no matter what is the area, what is the area of contact, the limiting friction will not change. So students, I think that's all for today.